Hi, team. How's it going? So, a lot of big things happening lately with the company. I don't want anyone to get worried and think that there's anything afoul, anything afoot. Well, first off, I guess we should start this with welcoming you to the July update for the Hellhole Network. And we'll kick this off with the Employee of the Month. So I know there was a lot of talk about other people not getting a chance, and everybody here has definitely pulled their weight. Everybody's done a really good job. So here in management, we took a look and we were trying to figure out, different options. And what we came up with was Jason David Meatwad Donatello Quietus. Thank you for all that you do. I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Patrick Dunbar, a.k.a. Adawe the Wind, and he's got some messages for you, team.
Oh. Is everybody's week going? Probably pretty uneventful, ain't it? Probably not that much going on. Business as usual, I'd say. Screen keeps tweaking on, that's cool. What happened? Am I too powerful?
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple things I wanted to go over. I've been working on this stick I've been whittling. I just can't seem to get it in the right thing without chopping my foot off, so I'm going to put that down. Okay. First thing is, if anyone's going to be leaving, we need a 2-week notice. Not 4 days or 10. It's 2 weeks. They had to give us time to do our exit interviews, which we're going to have to do. And we're going to have to go over your turning in of your property of the company. Phones, wallets, pagers, IDs, gas cards. Plugs, things of that nature must be turned in. And then
let's talk about how everybody else's streams suck, and we have the most original, awesome streams in the Hellhole Network. Because
we do.
Else sucks.
But the guy that normally does audio quit.
Oh, well, was he talking about transferring networks? If there's going to be any network transferring, you're going to have to get with me or Spike and put us in contact with the other crew's HR, so we can transfer your files over and make sure it's a pain-free. I can't think of the word.
Putting upper.
We're going to have to transfer. It's not a transfer. I don't know what the word is.
Power upper.
Oh, power upper.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all I got.
Am I offending anybody in the chat?
Thank you, Patrick. That was excellent. Yeah, I just want to let everyone know nothing's happening to the company. Everything is going to be exactly the same as it was. We're not closing. We're not moving. We're going to be here for a long time. We're family owned, actually.
We are family owned.
When I was a kid, my grandpa used to sit me on his knee in the original Hellhole warehouse in Boise, Idaho, and he'd say, "You see those men working, boy?" And I actually couldn't see them at the time. I hadn't had the corrective eye surgery that I eventually needed. But thanks to all the hard work those men did in that warehouse, my grandpa was able to not only pay for my eye surgery, but send me to the finest Ivy League school, despite my actual academic prowess lacking in most departments. So what? So what?
What about it?
Oh, nothing. I was just saying that. Family-owned business.
Now, how many women were working in that warehouse?
Well, at the time,
This is a public
just like 2, I think.
announcement. Ladies and
And they mostly kept them in the
try to do
front.
something a little more
So,
different in your
yeah.
life besides
well,
saying
look,
everyone else
things
is doing.
have changed. Times have changed,
Set your standard.
which actually
Make your quality.
brings me to the topic of today's. Well, I mean, we wanted to open by just telling everybody, don't go anywhere. Don't look for another job. You're fine here. Your 0.03% annual raise increase was approved by my father, Mike Spike Xavier, and so why go anywhere else? And then also there's been some talk about unionizing. For what? That's not, dude. Come on. You know how bad people in unions have it?
My tribe tried to unionize once, and they raped our women and murdered our children. So think about that.
Yeah, they women, right?
Yeah,
Adawe,
bleeped them. Yeah,
right?
bleep my women.
Right. So anyway, but that reminds me. So changing times are changing. So we're actually gonna update the company. That's why this video is mandatory if you want your 0.03% raise. And make sure to check in with Moody and sign his paperwork after you watch this video to let him know that you did. And also the security logins have changed. They change every time somebody leaves. Talk to your coworkers and be like, hey, I'm tired of changing my password. Maybe don't get a different job. You know what I mean? So, with that said, yeah, there's the video again. Cool. It'd be cool if the audio video guy didn't fucking walk out of here.
I wonder what the crew was offering.
Not the type of family environment we have here. It couldn't be.
No.
We're family. My great grandpa bought this business after it was already established off another man. So, and he had a family owned. See, stuff like that. We'll address that in the video. Let's pop this sucker off.
Thanks for the stock shares, Tom.
Tom coming in hot with stock shares. What is going on? The audio video. Oh, maybe that's why. Because that works.
This is a test message.
Everything should work then.
This presentation is called Confronting Sexual Harassment: Tools and Strategies to Create a Harassment-Free Workplace.
That's what we thrive for.
Legal note. This is a legal training, but this training is not legal advice. Please speak to a lawyer, an anti-discrimination agency, or an advocacy organization to learn more about your rights.
I wouldn't.
There are resources available on the website.
Gray Fox, I'm going to need you to pay extra attention.
Most stories are based on real cases of sexual harassment. Information about the cases and statistics in this training are available on the website.
BDR, what up?
Content note.
There we go.
This training will include information about harassment and assault.
All right, blah, blah, blah.
Place because of your age, color, disability, gender is a form of gender discrimination. Gender discrimination is when a person is treated less well because of their gender. What is gender?
Yeah.
Well,
Now, you will watch a video about gender. The video is audio described for people
not
who
sure
are
this is
blind
up
or have
to
low
date.
vision. In a classroom, 2 people present.
We're going to take 2 minutes to
depends.
talk about gender.
Oh, this has nothing to do
if you're
with
on the
you.
clock or not,
Actually,
I think, Frankie.
gender does have to do with you.
Now, if they slam your little tight ass with their
Everyone
fist,
has a relationship.
probably okay.
I want to say if it's
Whether you thought about gender a little
if it's an
or a
open
lot
hand, it is
has
sexual
an
harassment, and if it's closed,
how you were named,
you're good.
what clothes you wear, expectations
policy,
about
at
what
least.
jobs you can do, and you got the point.
Well, that woman's obviously a nurse, right?
Yep. Every single person watching this video
Yeah,
has been
that's
talking
what I was
about
talking about.
gender from the very beginning, from birth.
We like to define people, right? So when people are born, society defines them by looking at their reproductive organs and labels them male or female.
It's a girl.
you can do whatever you want in the bathroom at the Hellhole
it's more
Warehouse.
Complicated than
Yeah, it's we actually
Broken down into gender
the two bathrooms down in the warehouse. They used to be men and women's. Now they're both whatever. You can go in there, change a baby. Gray Fox, you can go in either one you want. Do whatever you want in there. Management bathroom. Those are also unisex, but those are just for management. So,
expression.
but yeah, the warehouse.
Identity. Let's
Do
look
whatever
at
you want
gender identity.
down there.
I'm Sophie, and
Fuck
I'm
if I care.
cisgender.
No, Johnny, I
Majority
believe
of
if you
people in
received
our
a
world
raise
identify as cisgender.
after you
sometimes
performed
without us
the
even knowing
coitus,
it.
then
Cis
possibly.
means I identify with the gender I was assigned at birth. When I was born, the doctor said,
It's a girl.
and I still identify as a woman today.
Hi, I'm Tamara.
Yeah, they're fucking
I'm
correct.
also a woman. So when I was a baby,
Man holds a blue blanket.
it's a boy.
Someone gave me a
Tamara pulls
blanket
away the
once.
blanket, revealing a pink.
Was it gender specific? Or two-spirit?
I'm a trans woman. I identify as a woman. Even
Buffalo
though when I was
hide.
born, I was assigned something different.
So just
Man
brown.
holds deaf signs.
I'm Garrett. I'm a cisgender man.
That is up to date.
When I was born,
There's two bathrooms, Mr. Gray Fox, and there's actually a double-sided mirror we put in there in case you're not in the one where where the action's going on, so you can see what's going on. Oh, also, this is important too. Incubus Gray Fox is going to be the new warehouse manager, so check in with him. We're gonna be checking in with him to make sure that you guys are up to snuff.
Yeah, doing your monthlies.
Doing your monthlies, your weeklies, and Gray Fox has full authority to discipline you however he sees fit. So
everyone said,
People throw blue balloons.
and today I identify as a man.
Hi, I'm Bailey.
Bailey in the
Surround
house.
with pink.
And I'm also a man, even though I was assigned female at birth.
We've also done away with all colors, blue and pink. Anybody wearing blue or pink will have to report to Mr. Gray Fox, and he'll see that you change, because those colors are discriminatory, and we're just not. We're moving into the new era, and we're doing
Beiges.
things.
Mostly beige.
Yeah.
People tear away pink to reveal blue.
I'm a trans man.
Hi,
Trans
I'm
man.
C.
That's like Florida man,
And we're non-binary.
sort of.
No, it's like
That means I don't
Optimus Prime.
identify as either a woman or a man.
This place
See,
looks like
and
it'd be cool to
Lindsay are
work. Is this
handed
what it's like in
multicolored balloons.
Portland?
And for me, that means I don't identify with
I've
the
never
gender
left
at all.
Boise,
Lindsay
Idaho.
tosses balloons.
Okay, but I'm confused. I mean, what about gender and sexuality?
Oh, I know. Sexuality is about who you're attracted to.
Toilet, you say?
Yes.
So are you gay?
Gender and sexuality are both part of our identities, but they're completely different categories.
Get out of here, Phil. Wait, I'm gonna have to have the new audio guy get Phil out of here. That's not gonna work with the new
Now let's dive into gender expression.
strict,
Let me ask you
rigid
If
policies.
you're a cis man, do you need a plaid shirt, bulging muscles, to have
Yes.
no room for tears, to love sports?
Man is thrown a football.
No.
Looks like the guy from Empire Records that loses all the boss's money and runs the company.
Why? Because there's no one way to express masculinity or femininity. That's for you to decide.
Everyone's allowed to have their own relationship to gender.
But there are different things that may affect how the world views your gender.
Or how you choose to express it. For example,
Well, a 17-foot
makeup.
wide body
Do you
isn't the
wear
answer,
it?
I'll tell you that
How
much,
do you wear
baby.
it? How colorful do you make it?
Hair, is it short? Is it
I got
long?
a nice
More
beard brush like
natural?
that.
Braided? Did you shave it all off? Clothes. Do you wear skirts? Pants? Both? Do you accessorize?
Yeah, we're both at
Body
the same
language.
time usually.
How do you walk? How do you
Hair away.
sit?
A person
Well,
finds.
right. If
All
it's
of these things can be
stuffy, then I
expressions of
pop the
gender.
pants down and I just got the
You
skirt
might
on.
express your gender differently at different points in your life.
For example, do you dress differently than you did as a middle schooler?
Photo of
No.
a
Now I haven't really kept up on wrestling, Rip Bray Wyatt or whatever. But is this? Are you sure somebody didn't accidentally put in like a WWE promo or something in here? Because I don't I don't even know what's going on with
close.
the audio-video guy going.
Middle schooler in a yearbook.
Thankfully,
I don't know if
gender
Vince would allow this, though.
expression can evolve as you grow as a person.
Bottom line, you understand your identity better than anyone else.
No matter how you identify, you
Florida man, I
deserve to
think
be
you're locked in
believed
pretty
and
much, man.
respected.
There's no getting out of what you got.
Gender
Take a lot.
includes gender identity and gender expression. Your gender may not be the same as your sex assigned at birth. Did you know 5 million workers experience sexual harassment each year? What is sexual harassment?
Which brings me to my next point. Incubus Gray Fox will be overseeing the sexual harassment in the warehouse and making sure that it doesn't happen. So if you guys feel that somebody made you uncomfortable or, you know, even misgendered you in any sort of way, made you feel uncomfortable, get with Incubus Gray Fox in a private room somewhere and tell him what happened, and he'll make you whole.
Sexual harassment is always connected to gender. This may include sexual behavior. It can be behavior that is offensive or threatening or demeaning or embarrassing or something similar. These terms are complicated. The following stories will explain what these terms
That's
mean.
why we put you in charge, man.
Now you will
Right
hear
man for the
stories of
job.
sexual harassment.
I'm Liang. I'm a financial analyst. I feel uncomfortable at work because the office is a boys' club. Men call out numbers to rate women's looks as they walk by. Women are told to wear high heels and tight dresses.
If I was
Work
Leanne, I'd
events
probably, if I
are
was in that
held at
office, I'd probably hit
strip
her with
clubs.
one of those.
Because I don't want to
Fago?
go to those events,
Yeah,
I
5 of
lose
them.
out on new clients.
Is it sexual harassment? Liang's co-workers disrespect women. The workplace culture puts Liang and other women at a disadvantage.
Well, how'd she get the job if
Yes,
she's a
this is
disadvantage?
sexual harassment. Liang does not need to be personally targeted for this to be sexual harassment. The purple hexagon icon means the behavior is connected to gender. The red triangle icon means the behavior is offensive or threatening or demeaning or embarrassing or
I believe
something
Hex is a
similar.
black man. This isn't.
We got hexagons in the...
Did you know more than 1 in 3 women experience sexual harassment in the workplace?
Hi, I'm Javier. I'm a preschool teacher. My performance review is coming up. If I get a good review, I might get a raise. On Friday, we all went out for drinks after work. My
Why is he putting
supervisor,
himself in these
Sophie, flirted with
situations,
me
dude?
all
You
night.
can't handle
She
the
put her
heat.
hands on my
Ooh.
leg under the table.
Get out of the kitchen,
It made me
Javier.
uncomfortable. I worry that if I tell her to stop, I won't get a good review, and I could really use a raise.
Well, quit being a
Is
Plus,
it
he was down to
sexual
smash, dude, and you blew it.
Sophie
You
touched
could have got a bigger
Javier in a
raise. That
sexual
sucks,
way.
dude.
If it is about sexual desire, then it is connected to gender. As his boss, Sophie can give Javier a bad performance review. Javier feels like he does not have the power to say no. Yes, this is sexual harassment. Power. People often do not feel comfortable saying no to their bosses. Sexual harassment is more likely to continue when people can't say no.
Well, you.
A note about no.
Yeah, that's why he's complaining.
No comes in many forms.
Oh, he didn't get the raise.
Verbal no
He
means
didn't
no.
look right.
Body language can mean no. Excuses can mean no. A tone of
That's why
voice
I don't
can mean
do stuff
no.
around my house because
Maybe
I do all this
can
to get out of
mean
stuff.
no.
Maybe. Yeah,
Where
maybe.
did it happen? The sexual harassment did not happen at the preschool. It happened at a bar outside of the preschool.
Right.
What?
Free reign,
Sexual
dude.
harassment can occur outside the workplace.
I think Javier
For
might have a
example,
bigger problem.
sexual harassment can happen at a work party while traveling for work or at a client's office.
I'm Anna. I'm an undocumented immigrant and clean buildings at night. One night, my boss told me to clean a bathroom alone and followed me in. He pushed me against the wall and grabbed my breast. Luckily, I escaped.
Oh, she's
Later, he threatened to have me deported if I didn't have sex with him. I'm terrified.
You got a choice to make.
Sexual assault.
He's probably
This
just joking.
is sexual assault because the boss
messing.
touched Anna without her consent. Sexual assault is a crime.
What if he just fell over? He was in the bathroom.
report the assault to the
Whoa!
police. Anna can
Like the
report
Seinfeld.
regardless of her immigration status. Sexual assault
business,
is
Anna.
sexual harassment if it is connected to work. Is it sexual harassment? The boss threatened to have Anna deported if she didn't have sex with him. Remember, if it is
Yeah,
about
BDR, I
sexual
think it was when,
behavior, then it is connected to
when
gender.
Puck put his fingers in the
the peanut butter,
Sexual harassment.
Yeah, and then everybody got
A
AIDS.
threat in exchange for sexual favors is sexual harassment. Threats. It is sexual harassment if you were pressured or threatened into a sexual act. This is true even if you went along with it.
No, wait a minute. I
Forcing,
can
pressuring, or
have my
threatening
cake and eat
someone
it
to do
too?
a sexual act is
You can
illegal.
decide the next day if you didn't like it.
Undocumented workers.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Anna's boss made threats related to her immigration
This is a test
status.
message.
Undocumented people are more vulnerable to sexual harassment and assault because they may be less likely to report. Threats about deportation are discriminatory and illegal.
This is a test message.
There we go.
Did you know
Sure is.
undocumented workers have the same workplace rights as any other worker in
shit.
New York City?
I'm Mike. I work on a construction site with a team of 5 men. They talk about their sexual experiences throughout the day, which makes
Hell
me
yeah.
uncomfortable.
This guy sounds like
Don't
a
join
construction worker.
2 guys give me a hard time. They say I'm not a real man. They also joke about me having sex with other men.
What's funny about
Is it
that?
sexual harassment?
Locker room talk, dude.
The men on Mike's team are targeting Mike based on gender stereotypes. Jokes about masculinity, sex life, and sexual orientation often make people uncomfortable. Yes, this is sexual harassment. This is sexual harassment whether or not Mike is gay. Did you
like
know
the
13%
dancing kind?
of men have experienced sexual harassment at work?
My name is Danny. I'm a server at a restaurant. Most people think I'm a woman, but I'm non-binary. I do not identify as a man or as a woman.
Joke's on
My
you if you
manager
thought
said
that.
I will have to dress
She
like
was
a
a
woman
woman.
if I want to become a manager. He told me I need to look like a quote-unquote hot waitress. He also said I should flirt with the customers because that's what they like.
Yeah, if you want to secure the bag.
Is it sexual harassment?
No.
The manager's comments are about Danny's gender expression. It is illegal for the
He's the
manager to
manager.
require Danny
He's managing
to change
his team.
Danny's appearance
I know what that
to
guy's
look
going through
more
right now.
feminine or sexy.
Motherfuckers don't listen.
Yes, this is sexual harassment.
Everyone's yes.
Did you
He hasn't
know
said no once.
90% of transgender and non-binary people report experiencing harassment in the workplace.
I'm Jessica. I'm a high school student. I have a part-time job at a clothing store. On my first day, my manager, Anthony, said to me,
"Your body looks amazing in that dress. Black girls have curves."
Whoa.
Well, he sounds
I was
black,
offended.
right?
But my coworker
What's his
told me
name?
it wasn't sexual because Anthony's
Antoine?
gay.
No.
Still,
Anthony.
I don't like being judged.
Florida
for all
man.
this.
You know anything about that?
Is it sexual harassment? Anthony made an offensive comment about Jessica's body. A comment about someone's body is connected to gender. Some
Wait a minute. I thought they just said your body isn't connected to gender.
Can be
I thought they
sexual
said they were
harassment.
fluid with their genders.
It does not matter that Anthony is gay. Sexual
No, now Anthony's black and gay,
Plot
dude.
behavior to be sexual harassment.
This guy can do whatever he wants, dude.
Yes, this is sexual harassment.
He can do anything he wants.
Nope.
Don't get pulled
Sexual
over.
harassment
But other
can
than that, dude, he
overlap
can do
with
whatever
other
he wants,
forms
man.
of discrimination. Sexual
Or be a
harassment and
construction
race.
worker, I guess.
Anthony's comment is about Jessica's body as a woman
it's just us
and
now,
as a
guys,
black
so-
person. Women
It's
of
over.
color experience sexual harassment at higher rates than white women. Sexual harassment often
That was another person just quit.
discrimination based on race, national
They put their
origin,
2 weeks in? Is that
2 minute
and
notice.
sexual orientation.
Yeah.
Did you know
I said, well,
part-time
text me
workers
if you're
and
coming
interns
back.
have workplace rights in New York City?
I'm Rachel. I am a research assistant at a lab. I just came back from maternity leave. When I
Urine
take
analysis,
a break to
if I had
pump
to guess?
breast milk, my male coworkers say things like,
"Hey, Rachel, can I get some milk with my coffee?"
How about you do
That's
one
not funny.
and I'll do the other?
I feel horrible
That's
every
gross.
day.
Is
it sexual harassment?
Is she like doing that in the break room or?
The comments are about Rachel's body. Offensive comments about pregnancy or breastfeeding are sexual harassment.
Now, in my tribe, we have a wet nurse who's always milking, you know?
Yeah, and trust me, nobody wants any of that in their coffee. I've met her.
That solves the problem.
In New York City, pregnant and breastfeeding workers are protected from discrimination. Workers also have rights to accommodations for pregnancy, recovery from childbirth, and to pump breast milk at work.
You're talking about flowing rivers, right?
I work at a tech company. I went on 3 dates with my supervisor, Aaron. I decided I didn't want to date him anymore, so I told Aaron I just wanted to be friends. A few days later, Aaron asked me if I wanted to go to his place after work.
And you know, if they went on 3 dates, then they got it in.
You can't
I'm just not that interested.
friend zone your boss.
The next day, Aaron sent me a text that said, "You look really good today." It made me feel really uncomfortable.
Maybe he's talking about his performance.
Is it sexual harassment?
You're performing really good today, Aaron.
Continued to pursue Max after Max said he just wanted to be friends.
No, Aaron has to quit.
Max's supervisor.
Because the manager has the power.
Yes.
You understand?
This is sexual harassment.
No.
Is it sexual harassment?
No.
Ask yourself. 1. Is the behavior connected to my gender? 2. Is the behavior offensive or threatening or demeaning or embarrassing or
You know what,
something
dude?
similar?
If I know anything about gay
What
people,
are
it's
my
they go on
rights?
3 dates and do not have sex. It's
You
unprotected
have the right
at all.
to work in a harassment-free workplace. Gender discrimination.
It's
You also have the
rumble.com.
right to be
/punching
free from
down.
gender discrimination.
Yeah, see you later.
Cannot be treated
Well, I mean, you know,
badly because
the
of
whole
your
company
gender. Examples of gender discrimination.
the whole company is not going anywhere, is what I was going to say. Everything is fine.
Giving a man less parental
Don't look for a different job.
because he is a man.
We have a, we
Not
just signed a new
hiring
5-year lease on the
non-binary
Discord.
person because they are gender non-conforming.
We're going to be here for the foreseeable future.
Did you
as
know
far as you can foresee.
60% of male managers say they are uncomfortable working alone with a woman out of fear of complaints of sexual harassment.
What? That's
women in the workplace.
Bullshit, right? I don't know how am I supposed to feel about this?
Avoid working with
How am
women
I supposed to get
because
ahead?
You're afraid of sexual harassment complaints. That is gender discrimination. To avoid sexual harassment complaints, do not sexually harass people.
Yeah, we actually are hiring. We're always hiring because that's a sign of a good employer when they're constantly hiring
supervisors.
Growing company.
Yeah, growing company. Some call it high turnover.
The manager supervisor.
Nah, please
supervisor sexually harass
go ahead and send a handwritten letter
or supervisor
to Moody Voodoo.
Stop sexual harassment.
Not an email.
Individual consequences.
Please not
Managers and supervisors may be personally legally responsible if they do not act to stop sexual harassment, or
This guy's going to sexually harass me, dude. And he's gay and black, and I don't have any power.
You don't know that.
Sexual harassment between
His name is Anthony, dude. He's talking about how good I looked earlier.
Okay, never mind.
Managers and supervisors
he's fucking coming for me.
must act if they
Gunning
know
for me,
about
even.
sexual harassment
Chops.
between coworkers.
Chops.
If they have reason to know something is going on and ignore the warning signs, the employer can be legally responsible.
What?
Is the employer responsible?
No.
My name is Sonia. I'm a transgender woman and a graphic designer. Right now, I'm doing contract work for a nonprofit. I'm working.
That's who actually did the Hellhole Network logo. Sonia.
The staff make it hard for me to be there.
She does good work.
Someone taped a drawing of me with a penis on the fridge. I showed it to a manager. She didn't do anything.
Now, I'm going to reach out to Sanity. I don't think she would do that, but...
The staff
she would do the drawing as like a commission?
Sonia.
Mm-hmm.
The drawing.
Yeah, but it'd be all badass and have like a fucking spider and shit and like evil eye penis with spider legs or whatever.
Is the manager responsible? Yes, the manager must take action to stop the behavior of the staff. If the manager does not act, the organization is legally responsible. Did you know? Independent.
Yeah, you gotta have good. Well, you know what they call
free of harassment.
Really good sexual harassment.
I'm Fatima.
Game.
I'm a receptionist at a hotel.
Spitting
I'm
game.
a Muslim woman and wear a hijab.
Also, if
There's
you're
a male
attractive.
guest who stays here regularly, and every time.
The problem with sexual harassment is you have to know you're not attractive,
he said,
and that's I think a lot of
Does your
people
boyfriend get to see your hair?
swing
I'd
for the
love
fences.
to
You
be
know,
the guy to take that
the
off.
Anthony's out
I
there.
told my boss what was going on, and she's done nothing.
Is it sexual harassment?
guy's talking dirty about hijabs.
Is
I
making
like his style.
inappropriate sexual contact.
What's the red triangle mean again?
Appearance. Sexual
triangle
comments
boys
are connected to gender.
For life? Oh, the purple hexagon means for life.
Harassment.
I think that's a West Coast Juggalo thing.
Yes, because the boss knows about it.
Right, well, the kids call it Riz now. Yeah.
An employer is responsible.
I'm actually 56 years old, so I'm going off of 90s terminology. They call it spitting game at a
Someone
bitch.
who is in the workplace but does not work there, like a client, customer,
If
or
a bitch come at you sideways,
sexual harassment.
spit game at her.
Fatima is also being harassed because she is
Fatima.
Muslim. People who wear religious
Remember there was a
attire
Fatima
are
at that one party?
particularly at risk for employment discrimination, verbal harassment, and physical
I think
assault.
Hill Dog brought
Religious
a Fatima.
discrimination is illegal.
I don't remember a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah.
My name is Lourdes. I am a nanny. The family that I work for is renovating their apartment. The construction workers are always there. One of
In
them
fact,
tells
she was
me
so
how
attractive,
beautiful
I drew a
am
picture of a
and how
penis
I
and left
should
it on the
smile
fridge.
more. He asks me
You
out
commissioned
every
it.
day. I
Or
always say
someone
I'm not
commissioned you.
interested. It bothers me, especially because he does it in front of the kids.
Sanity real quick. I was like, yo.
I told the mother
how
of
quick
the
can you
family. She said
draw
that it
this
doesn't
penis
sound that bad
so
and that I
fast?
should just tell him to stop.
Yeah, she actually did. Turnaround was pretty quick.
Is it sexual harassment? The construction worker asks out Lourdes every day at her workplace.
Mad Riz.
Her workplace is the family's home. Repeatedly asking someone out can be sexual harassment.
Well, what if you do it in like funny,
this is
charming ways?
sexual harassment.
Like a sitcom.
Well, okay. You know what they're not saying though? After like the first no or second no, if you're like the third time, if you're like, I'm just joking when they're not into it, then you're good. You know what I mean? As long as you be like, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like saying with all due respect.
Right.
Before you
like,
say something terrible.
Right. When they're like, is this another picture of a penis on the fridge again, Spike? I'm like, yeah, I'm joking. You know what I mean? Then you're good.
Then allowed it to continue. The family is Lourdes's employer. They must stop sexual harassment. An employer must take action to stop harassment by a third party. Vulnerable workers.
Right. You'd be like, if you keep it up,
or isolated workplaces,
you're going to have to go file a report with Incubus Grey Fox in either bathroom. I don't care.
Examples of vulnerable
as long as it's not a management bathroom.
Nannies, cleaners of hotels, offices, or homes, and home health aides. All workers, even if they are the only employee, have workplace rights. Sexual harassment harms the workplace. Sexual harassment can cause quitting or absences.
I don't think that's that's not what caused our turnaround.
Interpersonal conflicts. Sexual harassment hurts everyone, not just the person being harassed.
I haven't even been in the break room for like a month.
Legal requirements.
He hasn't.
An employer must have.
I've been eating my lunch in my Tesla.
Anti-sexual harassment policy.
Listening to The Cure.
Anti-sexual harassment.
Listening to Violent J's solo
in an obvious
albums.
place. 3.
They're fired.
Anti-sexual harassment fact sheet given to new employees. And 4. An anti-sexual harassment training for workers every year.
Headed by
You can
Grey
find
Fox,
these
of course.
resources at the end of the training.
He's going to wear that mask too.
Consequences for employers.
Like if you're walking by the different conference rooms and you can't figure out which one the training's in, just look for. It's because Incubus Grey Fox has the mask on.
Policies, be monitored, and or take trainings. Remember,
not if it's your computer trigger warnings, but
about sexual
or your wives. That's
if it's management's, then yeah, that's probably. If it's whatever, I don't know. That's not really.
Today,
if he works with his wife, that's technically his keyboard.
Yeah. Because right.
You know what I mean? Where I lived.
His property's property.
He will follow me home. I told the mother of the family I worked for. This time she took action. She told the contractor that the worker could not continue working in her home.
Put a hot one right in his dome.
What did the employer do? The mother reported the situation to the contractor and demanded that the worker no longer work in her home. Employers should,
as we used to say in the 90s, if you can't find where Incubus Gray Fox's sexual harassment conference is, just ask some of the fly honeys, you know what I'm saying?
The new leadership created a group to provide input on how to improve the workplace. Then, the bank updated its policies on sexual harassment. It also banned inappropriate locations for client meetings, including strip clubs.
What about the alley?
What did the employer
The alley of the strip club?
The bank listened to its employees
outside.
and developed new policies to address the employees' concerns about sexual harassment. Did you know complaints of sexual harassment decrease when women are in position?
I told another
decrease
manager
when
about
what?
the drawing.
I was
When women are in charge of leadership.
Oh.
When a woman's in charge, less terrible things happen.
Yeah. The power dynamic
The company,
is...
the company probably is not going to sink, but...
No.
This
it'll
manager took down the drawing,
Yeah, well, that's like two
investigated the incident,
pros.
and brought in a trainer to talk about gender identity and sexual harassment, and everyone attended. The incident was bad, but the manager's response made it better.
What did the manager do? The manager immediately removed the drawing. The manager quickly began an investigation. The manager brought in a trainer to address the problem. Managers and supervisors must take immediate action.
My boss was standing next to me when the guest tripped out. The guest said,
"You Muslim girls would look so much prettier without that thing on your head."
So my boss said to the guest, "Please."
That thing's her husband holding her.
The guest said,
"I'm allowed to say what I want."
My boss told the guest he's no longer welcome at the hotel.
No, where's he going?
He's checking out anyway, though.
Right.
The boss first told the guest to stop. Then he told the guest to not return to the hotel. An employer must take action to stop.
You know what though?
sexual
Let's
harassment,
not
even
all
if it
team up
means
on the
losing
guest, because Fatima, boy.
How should the employer respond?
You really remember that, don't you?
Encourage reporting. Take
don't at all.
complaints seriously.
I don't even believe you.
Separate the people involved without punishing the person who complained. Investigate thoroughly and take
usually
corrective action.
what we do at this company, if somebody has like a complaint, like a private complaint, they go to Gray Fox, he runs it up the ladder to one of us. First thing we're going to do, we're going to isolate you, the person who's been damaged and hurt. We'll get you in a room, like just a private room by yourself. We'll sit in there, and then we'll bring the person in, and we'll be like, you fucking say that to them? Huh? And then you get to like lock eye contact with them while they get accused by us, and then I'll leave the room and you guys can now that they've been
come back in 5 or 10 minutes,
whatever, the rest of the day, however long you need.
Is illegal. Retaliation is punishment for speaking up about sexual harassment. When is it retaliation? Retaliation can happen after someone opposes sexual harassment, reports or files a complaint of sexual harassment, or participates.
If you report sexual harassment and then you're under quota,
here are examples of retaliation.
Still don't look for another job, but
firing,
get emotionally ready,
threats.
Anyone got any cream?
Negative performance review, change in scheduling.
That's actually okay if you say that to meetings. Women who are less endowed. It's like
I'm Ditya, and I'm a cashier.
Productivity.
A month ago, a male coworker told me he liked my new haircut. I reported him to my supervisor, Claire.
What the fuck?
Claire said she was annoyed that I made a big
Why'd you get a
deal
haircut?
out of nothing. After, Claire took me off the schedule.
Hold up. She's a cashier, and a coworker said, "I like your haircut." I say that to men.
Cancel his PayPal. He can't even receive payment.
If you're a dude who works with me, you're not getting a haircut without me going, "Somebody got a haircut."
I just like doing that.
I like how embarrassed men get about it.
Complaints.
But still.
Is it sexual harassment? Comments about appearance are often connected to
the curtains and the drapes thing, that's maybe a little too far.
Comment was not offensive.
According to the purple rhombus or whatever.
This is not sexual harassment. Is it retaliation? Yes, because Claire is punishing Ditya for reporting.
Well, Ditya, get out of here with that bullshit.
It does not matter
Yeah, she
whether
should've came in with facts.
We have fucking batteries
She's in your
and candy
cabinet.
bars
She's in
to
your
bring up.
Believed that it was.
Trying to balance this
That is
drawer,
enough.
bitch.
The store is legally responsible for Claire's actions. Ways to stop retaliation. Employers should have a zero-tolerance policy for retaliation.
Okay, what if you say it like sarcastically? What if you're like, wow, your hair looks exactly the same? Is that probably is too. Never mind.
Or you could be like,
have several ways to
You can't even look at
really
it.
harassment.
Good.
Employers must not hurt the employee who reported by,
I think
for
that's fine
example,
too,
moving the employee to a bad location or making the employee work an unfair schedule.
Oh, okay, you're on Midnights
What do
now.
I do if I see sexual harassment?
Get a boner?
A bystander is a person who witnesses sexual harassment.
He may as well be a
Note about the
colonizer.
word victim. People who have been sexually harassed use many different words to describe themselves.
Yeah, you one of those buttons.
Some people use the word victim. Others use the word survivor.
Probably.
Some people don't identify as a victim or as a survivor.
The fuck did you just say?
This section uses the word victim because it is a legal term. Bystanders can help victims.
Yeah, hit exclamation point 1 through 5 for how many
the
boners
only
you'd get
person who
witnessing
thinks
sexual
this is
harassment.
wrong. No one else cares that this is happening to
For the
me.
density of
It won't
your
stop even
volumetric
if I do
density of your
something.
boner.
Victims
What happened to that laser
often
earlier?
feel alone.
I forgot all about the laser.
Nobody did the laser.
I forgot.
Feel
You motherfuckers. No, I don't. I didn't tell anybody about the laser.
I forgot all about it.
This section discusses what bystanders could do to stop sexual harassment. Managers and supervisors, you must
Too late.
take immediate.
It'll be in the VOD. It'll be in the YouTube video.
If you
What,
fail
the laser?
to report,
Yeah, hell yeah.
you and your employer are
Those are
legally
always fucking-
responsible.
I cover up all my mistakes.
What
Fucking
did
move
the
everything.
bystander do?
Bleep out the terrible words.
Bystander intervention.
Cut out your
I heard a
misogyny.
group of guys rating the looks of new
Yeah,
female
it's a little
employees.
late.
I was surprised
And I
that one of
spelled
them,
laser
Will,
wrong.
told them to stop.
I went with the
The guy said
cool
it was
90s
just a joke.
slang way of spelling
Will
it.
repeated that it was not okay.
Laser zone.
I thought what Will did was brave.
Confront sexual harassment.
Now, if you're rating
can
people on how hot they are and you're using like exclamation point 1 through 5, I think
Let
that's
the
okay,
harasser
right?
know it is unacceptable.
You can't say, like, if you're on a 1 to 10 scale,
Firm, clear, and
not
concise.
cool.
Well, then they'd know. But
Well, right, and also
An
1 through
ally
5 leaves
is a
more
person
room
who
to where, like,
believes
if you're a
sexual
4,
harassment is wrong,
you know what I mean? Is that
supports victims of sexual harassment.
90,
takes action
89%?
to
Is it
stop
fucking
sexual
81? You know, it doesn't hurt people's feelings as bad.
Men as allies. Some men feel uncomfortable confronting sexual harassment.
Oh, also too, yeah. While we got you all here, male allies. That's who you can feel the safest around. Those guys totally aren't trying to get pussy or anything. You can confide in male allies. If you look around at like a women's march, the male allies, those are the safest dudes to.
usually Chads.
Yeah,
Most of them.
But male allies make a difference. 96% of organizations.
no, they're not.
see
They're not.
progress
That's
when men
a
promote gender
urban
equality.
legend.
But
Yeah,
only
they're not
30%
sniffing
of
around for crumbs of pussy
organizations
laying
see
around.
progress
Right.
without men's support.
I told my coworker Maria that I hate walking by the harassers.
When they offer to walk you to your car, let them.
I
They'll
asked
protect
her
you
for
from
help. She
actual.
offered to record the comments and jokes by making notes in her phone. She'll send them to me, then I'll decide what to do about it.
Document.
I got one on each side.
Bystanders can help victims by
The other one's smaller.
recording audio or video on a phone,
Clown
taking
paint.
photos,
I was
and
born
writing a
into
note
the
or
dark
an
carnival.
email describing what happened.
You know who else was?
Document
Sicko, what up, man?
harassment may be helpful.
Shout out
to the
Sicko.
victim, but it is not
He doesn't come around
required
anymore.
for the victim to have
He
a
just
claim.
did.
What? Oh, hell yeah.
Bystanders
even
can
look
be
at the-
victims too. The harassment may also affect Rachel's coworker.
Sicko, how come you're not over here more? What the
Sexual
fuck?
harassment does not
We-
only
You better
harm
been,
the
you better been doing
conduct of
crunches and
harassment.
sit-ups, motherfucker.
Sexual harassment can exist.
Yeah, I heard
in the
one man's
workplace
on that
culture.
carnivore. He
Maria
hasn't really
has the
posted about it
right to
lately,
work
so
in
I don't know if that, like most
harassment-free
carnivore,
workplace.
you eat a
Yeah,
pizza
no.
and
When
it's a
I
nightmare
escaped the
experience.
bathroom,
in the-
I ran into my coworker. We went into an empty office so the boss couldn't see us. I told
Ooh,
her what
it's getting
happened. She comforted me. Then she said,
Options.
"You have options. You can
Yeah,
report the
you got
incident."
options. I can
She
think of one.
offered to connect me to an organization that can help me.
I'll connect you.
Follow up.
It sounds like a trap.
Bystanders can check in
It
with the
is.
victim
It always
after
is.
the situation has passed. Bystanders can offer help and support.
Steven, a guy on my team, knew that the other guys gave me a hard time. Steven has started interrupting the harassment. One day, when the guys started making fun of me, Steven called one of them over to give him a hand. That stopped the comments.
Wait, what?
Distract and interrupt.
You just help
stepped in.
you help the bullies?
Bystanders can interrupt
No,
the
he was
behavior
like a meat
in a
shield.
way that stops
Gave-
the harassment.
Wait, who did he give a hand to?
The gay man.
Gotcha.
He said, if you're going to call anybody an F slur, you're going to call me one first.
I thought he was saying like, don't call him an F slur. You need to help hand moving that pallet or whatever. Do you need, like I thought he
Bystander options.
helped the bully.
Bystanders have
Oh, you
options.
double down?
Confront the harasser. Document the behavior. Follow up with the victim.
Carry around a little notebook.
Distract or interrupt
Distract.
the situation.
Whoa, look
Start
over there.
juggling.
Bystanders can help create a
The tree's on
harassment-free
fire.
workplace. How do I file
You guys
a
want to hear a
complaint?
joke?
At your workplace,
Yeah, you just interrupt with a knock-knock joke.
employers are required to have an anti-sexual harassment policy and complaint process. Employers must share their policy with employees. People who think they have experienced or have seen sexual harassment should report as soon as possible.
Yeah, expect all you guys to have little notebooks, paper notebooks.
Outside of the workplace, victims can file a case against their employer and or the harasser.
I'm going to give you a big list of
Victims can
everybody that
file
files
a
complaints
complaint
too.
with an anti-discrimination
For
agency
the
or a case
state
in
or
New York
whatever.
State Court. To learn more about legal options, review the information on the website. Anti-discrimination agencies.
Yeah. I think
If
it's
you
actually
are a victim of sexual
.net now.
harassment in New York City, there are three agencies.
AV
that
guy
can help
left.
you. 1. New York City Commission on Human Rights. 2. New York State Division of Human Rights. And 3. U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. You can file a claim even if you have an arbitration agreement. New York City Commission on Human Rights.
Okay, blah, blah, blah.
Individual.
What do I want to do? I guess I just want to show you guys those lasers, and then we're gonna get the fuck out of here. If anybody in the network feels like picking up any overtime, we'll do you a favor and let you do that. So if somebody wants to go on, you can go ahead. Other than that, call your grandmothers.
Hi, Sandy.
Fill out the reports. Snitch on everybody.
Sandy, we're going to have to talk to you about the penis drawings on the refrigerator that you were commissioned for.